Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian Families collection. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing two special sets. You can see them here. These are Japanese exclusive sets, but even more than being Japanese exclusive, they're exclusive to one particular theme park in a particular region of Japan, which I think makes them really special. So both of these sets are exclusive to the Grinpa Themepark, which has a Sylvanian family kind of section and village and museum. And it's located in Shizuoka in Japan, and it's quite near to Mt Fuji, so there's a really lovely view of Mt Fuji from the park. If I can find some pictures, I'll pop them in here just so we can kind of get an idea of what the theme park looks like. It looks really fun, so there's like lots of human-sized Sylvanian houses and things like that. I'd love to visit, but it does look quite tricky to get to, and then bearing in mind it's also in Japan. So I thought I'd bring a little bit of the park to myself with these two sets instead. So on the left here we have the daughter figure from the Soyakaze family, and then the rabbit family here are the Nonohanas, which you can see on their little door in the background here. I think let's start with the Nonohanas as they were released first, and then we'll take a look at the Soyakaze cat sister. So this family was first released in 2006, so they're nearly 20 years old. Not these particular ones, but the family in general. I love this box, it's adorable. It's a little house and it looks a bit like the starter cottage. There's 4 of these rabbit families that are exclusive to specific locations in Japan. So obviously there's this one here, which we've already said is exclusive to the theme park in Grinpa. There's the Sea Breeze rabbit family, who are exclusive to Yokohama. You can see they've got a little nautical theme to them. Then we have the Hanazono family, which was originally exclusive to Fukuoka in Sylvania Garden. And finally we have the Lavender Rabbit family, which is sold at Toys Yoshida, which is located in Ashikawa in Hokkaido Prefecture in Japan. So essentially to collect all of the 4 families you'd have to travel to these different regions in Japan. Or you could buy them on eBay like I did, but that's cheating technically, I guess. I quite like the idea of having kind of an exclusive product for visiting a particular place and them having their own little story that's linked to that place. Or in the case of these rabbits, you can see that they've got a Mt Fuji-esque marking on their nose to denote that they're from nearby Mt Fuji, so I think that's really cool. I think all 4 of the boxes look like this in slightly different colours, so they all come in their little houses. I don't have any of the others actually. I have the Sea Breeze rabbit family, but for some reason they were released in the UK by Flair under the name of the Columbus rabbit family. So it's the same family but different names and different box, and yeah, I could get them here in the UK, so I bought them I don't know, maybe 2010, 2011 time. But for the actual Japanese versions of the boxes and families, this is the only one I have in my collection. And I wanted this one particularly not just for the Mt Fuji emblems on their noses and kind of their association with Mt Fuji, which I visited a couple of times when I was in Japan and I absolutely loved it and it holds very dear memories, but also their clothes. Their clothes are amazing. I love the colour palette. I love the way they look. Obviously we'll get them out of the box and we can take a closer look, but those are the main reasons that I was drawn to this family in particular. So if we take a very quick whiz around the box, you can see the top is a roof and it's kind of slanted like a roof, which is cool. There's lovely flower detailing on the bottom, and I love this little kind of cartoon image of the family that seems to appear on quite a lot of the merchandise from this particular park. And then more beautiful flowers. I love the colours. Obviously within the box you've got the family and the outside of their little log cabin with their name on the door. The side of the box shows more of this pretty flower motif carrying on around, and the same on the other side. There's not really any images on this box, so usually there'd be some like set up images of the family kind of going about their day, but there's none of that on this box. Not that I think it particularly needs it. I like the aesthetic of how they've done the box. I have Google translated the back of the box. So this little bit up here is a little bit of general blurb about Sylvanian families and kind of where they live in the forest and that kind of thing. And then these are the character bios. So as we look at each of the figures individually, we can go through their bios, though it's quite roughly translated, but I think we'll get the gist of it. So yes, let's get them out very carefully because I would like to keep this box and not damage it. So let's start with the father figure. I love the colour on these. They're kind of a peachy colour. I think they're coming across a little more orange on camera, but they're kind of a very light peachy colour. They've got white tips on their ears, which look a bit like the snowy tip of Mt Fuji. And then they also have the Fuji-esque shape on their nose, which we've already spoken about. This outfit is very reminiscent of the kind of classic Sylvanian outfits with the undershirt and the overalls for the dads, but there's these extra little pops of colour in that he has some checked fabric around the bottom of his trousers, and also this very cute neckerchief which does up by Velcro just over here. The top and dungarees are two separate pieces, so that's nice to see. There's been a lot of kind of making all-in-one outfits for the dads recently, so nice to see that those are in two pieces. So according to the bios on the back, the father's name I believe is Leek, as in the vegetable, and he's very good at farming vegetables. He's a fun dad and he really enjoys riddles. He likes to take part in the harvest festival and showing off his unusual vegetables in the vegetable competition. Again, this is a very rough translation, so if anyone can read Japanese or, knows any more, I would love to hear that in the comments. But yes, here is the father. Next up we have the mother, and I think her name is Nene, N-E-N-E. I think that would be Nene. I adore her dress. It's so pretty with this kind of built-in all-over apron. If you lift the apron up, you can see the patterning on her dress. There's these very pretty, almost a little bit autumnal florals. I love the thread detail around the bottom of her apron and the little button which matches to her husband. Again, she has the same markings, so all of the family are the same colour with the same markings, and she's got her little tail peeking out of the back of her dress. So Nene is apparently very intellectual. She knows about everything, and she's a very kind-hearted mother who likes collecting flowers and pressing them so that she can keep them forever. Pressing flowers seems like a very, very Sylvanian-esque hobby. I think that fits her perfectly. So that's the mother. Then we have the brother figure, and I think his name is Petal. Again, his outfit is adorable. It's in two pieces, so he's got his little undershirt and his shorts with the braces. Again, this is super reminiscent of the classic Sylvanian outfits for the brother figures, but just with a bit of elevation with the little pockets on the front here, which are in the same fabric as the details on the dad's outfit, and also this lovely red thread, just adding a little pop of colour to these. They're also a kind of almost denim-y fabric. And then he's also got thread detailing on his shirt. I just think the details on these clothes are really lovely. So Petal is apparently a very curious little rabbit, and he's really knowledgeable about history and is taught lots about history by his grandfather and mysterious stories by his grandmother, and he loves to go on adventures with everyone. Next up we have the sister character, and her name is Nono, and I think she has my favourite outfit of the whole family. This gives me a kind of, you know, in Sleeping Beauty when Aurora's in the forest living with the fairies, it gives me kind of that kind of outfit vibes. I really love it. I love the little flower on her ear, which is just attached by elastic. I love the different fabric choices. So you've got this really beautiful florals on the skirt, and then this cute kind of blousey top with the puffy sleeves in a different fabric. And then this kind of waistcoat with the corseting with a bow on the front. Everything about this outfit is perfect. This screams cottagecore aesthetic to me. So what does Nono like to do? So Nono really loves embroidering flowers, and she likes making handmade presents for people, presumably with flower embroidery on. She also enjoys showing people around her flower garden. So she's out here living her best cottagecore life. I think I'd quite like to be Nono. That sounds like a very enjoyable time she's having there. She's very cute. And then last but not least, we have the little baby. So this is a toddler-sized baby with the movable limbs. And this is Kasia. Google tells me it's a Polish name, and it's usually for a girl. However, it might be a mistranslation on Google Translate's front, though I couldn't find it under Japanese names. So I'm going to presume that this is a little girl. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I absolutely love it when they make proper clothes for the babies. It makes me really happy. And this is even in two pieces, so she's got separate little poofy trousers and top. I love the red detailing throughout. She's got this lovely lacy collar and a little button, and she's got these little polka dot spotty trousers, and they are actually trousers as well, which is nice to see. More recently they've been making these puffy trousers, but more of as a skirt, so it's nice to see that they've actually put that seam in and made them into proper trousers. She's got the tiny little Mt Fuji on her nose, and also the detailing on her ears, so she's got all the same markings as her family, which is really nice. So Kasia is a bit like me. She really loves food. She especially likes bakeries that smell nicely of bread. She enjoys winter because she likes the snow and the kind of activities that come with it, like sledding and skiing. So she's a very active baby from the sounds of it. And here's the whole family together out of the box. Now let's pop them to one side and take a look at the Soyakaze cat sister. So the Soyakaze cats are an interesting one. So they first appeared in 2009, but to date the family has never been released as a whole. So there is an entire family, they have been made, and they are on display in the museum at the Grinpa Themepark. However, you've only ever been able to purchase this sister character and also a little baby-sized character, and not the mother, father, or the brother, which I think is a real shame because they're absolutely adorable, and I really would love to get the whole family. So if we take a quick look at the box, I love the box on this one. It's really pretty. So we've got that same image again of the Nonohana rabbits just down the bottom here, and then these really lovely bright field of flowers, and it stretches all the way across the bottom of the box where she's standing and into the background. It also spreads up the sides, and then the box itself shows kind of a cartoony version of the theme park. So here's one of the houses that you can visit. And here's the back of the box with her bio, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then on the other side, another very natural landscape with that beautiful field of flowers. There's a little bunny rabbit shaped cloud in the sky as well. And then on the backing card you can see Mt Fuji there in the background, the windmill, the greenhouse on the hill, and the big house with the red roof, all of which I think you can visit in the theme park. Interestingly, she also comes with a little bag. And then on the top of the box there's some little balloons flying away and a very cute cat-shaped cloud. So let's get her out and take a closer look at her. Here you can see a much better view of that backing card. I absolutely love that. It's so detailed and pretty. I love the colours as well. It's so colourful. Here she is out of the box. I love her little outfit. She's got kind of a, it could be a dress or you could call it a blouse and a skirt. But I love the fabric, and the little yellow accents in the skirt match her bright yellow cardigan. She has Mt Fuji on her nose, a little bit like the rabbits do. It's a little difficult to see with her fur colour, but she also has the Fuji emblem in her ears as well, which I think is very cute. She reminds me quite a bit of a Keats cat. If I just grab one, we can compare them. So here's the sister from the Keats cat family. You can see obviously it's a different mould and different coloration, however they are somewhat similar in their fur colours and also their colour palette as well, with the yellows and the oranges. This is a Flair UK edition, so I wonder if the Japanese edition of the Keats cats looks maybe a little bit more similar to the Soyakaze cats. She also comes with this cute little shopping bag, which we'll pop on her arm and see how that fits. You can open it up and actually pop something in there, so that's really nice. And I imagine that will just fit nicely over her hand and go very cutely with her outfit. She also has a cute little embroidered flower on her cardigan as well. Again, very nice details. So for her bio, Google Translate tells me her name is Soyaka, and she's a very energetic and bright girl who loves going outside, so that probably explains why she comes with the little bag if she's always off out travelling. She likes to spend time in the flower garden, and she also is friends with Nono and they go around the flower garden together. So that's very sweet that their stories interlink to one another. I can just see that they would be best friends. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, do you have any of these figures or would you like to add them to your collection? And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.